From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Chief Meteorologist Josh Colberth.
Good Wednesday morning. Overall air quality is going to be decent over the next couple days, but it will be smoky in the Walla Walla Valley for tonight and for tomorrow night as well. Dangerous fire weather returning for Saturday, so we're going with an alert day, then high temperatures staying steady in the 80s and 90s over the next 7 days. Okay, air quality for this morning, just seeing some moderate reductions out there, very similar to what we were seeing for yesterday morning. And the wind gusts not really going to be all that much of a factor for today. Could get a little bit breezy tonight in the Kittitas Valley. Temperatures this morning, 50s and 60s for lower elevations, almost already touching 70 degrees in the Tri-Cities, 69, 58 for Yakima, 66 in Ellensburg. A little bit later today, it's going to be another day where we'll end up in the low to mid 90s in the Tri-Cities. That's going to be a fairly good rule of thumb in general for lower elevations, maybe a little bit cooler than that in the Kittitas Valley, but we did see some big time updates to one fire in particular yesterday, the Paradise Fire. We'll talk about that coming up on Good Morning Northwest, which starts right now.
This morning on Good Morning Northwest, the Benton County election results have now been certified, where you can find your results. And a patient at Cadlick Medical Center was assaulted and struck by a cart. How the situation and arrest unfolded. Plus, a student is now suing the WIAA over allegations of sexual assault, what her lawsuit is claiming.
This is Apple Valley News Now. Good Morning Northwest on your side.
Good Wednesday morning, and thank you for joining us here for Good Morning Northwest. I'm Zoe Solis, and before we can get into it, we're going to toss it back over to Chief Meteorologist Josh Colberth now, because we're going to take a look at the fires in our region, the latest that you're tracking over there, Josh.
Yeah, thank you, Zoe. We're going to start off with the Paradise Fire, which did see a very big update yesterday. So it did grow by a little bit. It's now 5,400 acres, no containment. It's still the southeastern, now more so like the southern side of the fire that is very active, especially in Umatilla and Wallowa counties. But speaking of Umatilla County, we did see some expanded evacuations, expanded level 2 and level 1 evacuations, very small slices of Umatilla County. But here are the new evacuations in Umatilla County. So the level to be set would be for Tiger Canyon Road and National Forest Service Road 65, intake trail for the Mill Creek watershed, north of the Mill Creek River corridor, west of the Paradise Fire boundary. That's where you have to be packed, ready to leave at a moment's notice. And then the level 1 precautionary evacuations for both sides of the Mill Creek Road from the Washington state line to Tiger Creek Road, Emai Lane, Natona Lane, China Can Lane, in the Webb Creek area. So if you're familiar with those areas, have to be very vigilant as it pertains to this Paradise Fire. Another fire burning in the blues, the Hagen Fire, which is now between 57,000 and 58,000 acres. Containment went up again. Yesterday it was 17%, now it's up to 19%, so those numbers continue to trend in an encouraging direction, but a little bit more fire activity this time for the southeastern and the northeastern pockets of the fire. Still expansive evacuations in place for Umatilla and Union counties, and also the closure for Oregon Highway 204, the entire length of the highway from milepost 0 to 39. That would be from Weston to Elgin. Okay, finally, we'll go from the blues all the way back over to the Cascades, where the Three Queens Fire didn't really see a lot of movement with this one yesterday, but it is closer to 3,800 acres, still at 2% containment. Now we are seeing some hot spots popping back up on the map with this one on the eastern side of the fire, on the northern side of the fire as well. And these evacuations remain in place between Lake Cochise and Cle Elum Lake. And as always, you can find the latest, most up-to-date information on all these fires posted online at applevalleyNewsNow.com.
All right, thank you, Josh. The primary election is now officially certified, setting the stage for the general election. Benton County election officials finalized the ballots for November. Voters will see new measures, including a school district replacement levy for the Kiona-Benton School District. Also proposed changes to Benton City's government. You can find the official primary race results on applevalleyNewsNow.com. Moving into our crime alert this morning, Richland police took a man into custody after they say he threw a cart that struck a patient at Cadlick Medical Center. Officers were called around 6:30 a.m. yesterday morning and developed probable cause for a misdemeanor domestic violence assault arrest. Police surrounded the man's home near Concord Street and Wright Avenue around 8 o'clock. After the deployment of K-9 and SWAT personnel, police say he walked out voluntarily around 10:40, and they then arrested him without further incident. Continuing here, as a female wrestler is suing the Washington Interscholastic Activities Association. This is after she says she was sexually assaulted during a match with a transgender athlete. Apple Valley News Now's Jake Gable has been following this story and talked with the athlete's lawyer after yesterday's preliminary hearing.
In December of 2025, 15-year-old Callie Keeler stepped onto the wrestling mat for Rogers High School. During the match, she says an opponent allegedly put their finger into Keeler's vagina. She says she quickly gave up to get the match over with. It wasn't until after the match she was informed that her opponent was transgender. Now she is suing the WIAA for failure to protect her from being sexually assaulted.
Callie filed this case because after having that inaction, she knew that she didn't want any other girl to experience what she did.
Keeler is being represented by attorneys from the Alliance Defending Freedom. They say Keeler told her mom, who works for the school district, what happened. Her mother then reported it to the school district, but they say the school did not report the sexual assault until 55 days after the incident. However, school officials claim that the school's Title IX coordinator was not made aware of this incident until January 30th.
Miss Brown is a district employee. She has the same training everybody else did. She could have said, this is a sexual assault. I am alleging a sexual assault. I am making a Title IX allegation. She could have filled out the form.
Both the principal and athletic coordinator at Rogers High School were both charged with failure to comply with the mandatory reporting law. During the preliminary injunction hearing, Judge David Estudio explained why school officials aren't disputing this happened, but they dispute the fact that this was a sexual assault.
Rightfully or wrongfully, this is a known risk when you participate in wrestling, that it's not unheard of. Obviously, it's not condoned. It's not something that people are allowed to do technically, but they say that's not, at least their belief is not that it's a sexual assault.
Keeler's attorneys are requesting she be moved to a new school due to harassment they say she is facing at Rogers High. They also want young athletes to be given the right to have prior notice before a wrestling match that a transgender student is participating in. Keeler waits to find out if she still has to go to the school she now considers a hostile environment. And with 2 weeks left until school returns, a decision would have to be made soon. Reporting for Apple Valley News Now, I'm Jake Gable.
This case is still ongoing. Coming up this week, the WIAA voted against 2 proposed amendments that would have restricted girls' sports participation to biological females. Current WIAA rules allow students to participate in activities that are consistent with the gender that they identify with. All right, we turn now over into a night of food, fun, music, and prizes with more than 100 Wapato residents joined together at Lions Park on Tuesday to celebrate National Night Out. The 3-hour celebration had everything from bouncy houses and free food to booths with winnable prizes. Kids at this event also got the chance to enter a raffle with the Wapato Police Department giving away 30 bikes. Many residents say that they were excited to come out and check the event.
It's been good so far. Me and my brothers are at least being somewhat social and a little bit. The food's good.
What kind of bike are you hoping for?
Not a girl one.
Members of the Miss Wapato program pitched in by volunteering, serving food to attendees, and giving out prizes. Still ahead here on Good Morning Northwest, when we return, a fiery testimony from day 2 of the murder trial for the 1996 killing of rapper Tupac Shakur. Your time right now is 5:09. Taking a live look out into Yakima. Still dark. Sun rises until 6:01 a.m. this morning. When we return, we're looking at the temperature highs in your neck of the woods, so stay with us after this.
Injured in a car crash, the insurance company can sure make you feel small. When you choose the heavy hitter, you get big help and big results. Injured in a car wreck?
Big thanks.
Get big help. Call me.
Call 853-2222.
It's the grand finale of the Legends Cup in August, where every play is a power play. Join us every Thursday from 6 to 9 p.m. for your shot at a net payout of $15,000. Drop the soccer ball on our game board and land it in the right slot to score big. Use your Legends rewards card to earn entries. The final whistle hasn't blown. Play and score. Only at Legends Casino Hotel in August.
Chevy drivers across America will do a lot in the next 5 years. But one thing they won't do is pay interest on their new Chevy. Right now, get 0% financing for 5 years on all 2026 Silverado 1500 models. With no payments for 90 days. Because you've earned this summer. Now it's time to go get it.
See your community Chevy dealers.
Selling your home can be stressful. Showings, repairs, waiting. You don't need more hassle. You need a team you can trust.
Resolve Home Buyers has helped thousands of homeowners.
We have the experience to get you through any situation.
We'll guide you through every step.
And you don't pay a thing.
So when you're ready to sell, give us a call.
And our team will walk you through every step of the process.
Call 509-599-1022. 509-599-1022.
A board-certified pediatrician has expertise in child health and stays current with medical advances, verify credentials, hospital affiliations, and continuing education, and make sure they accept your insurance.
Sponsored locally by Prosser Memorial Health, this is how we care.
Injured in a car crash? The insurance company can sure make you feel small. When you choose the heavy hitter, you get big help and big results. Injured in a car wreck?
Big thanks.
Get big help. Call me.
Call 853-2222.
You know GLP-1s are helping millions lose weight, but could GLP-1s also be the new fountain of youth? An all-new study seems to think so. This morning on Good Morning America, what you don't know about GLP-1s and if this is all too good to be true.
From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Chief Meteorologist Josh Colbreth.
Welcome back to Good Morning Northwest. High temperature is going to stay consistent in the 80s and 90s over these next 7 days. So for this Wednesday in the Yakima Valley, going to be in the mid 80s by lunchtime, low 90s, low to mid 90s for the hottest part of the day. So it's going to be another day where we'll find ourselves in the 80s and 90s for lower elevations, 89 in Ellensburg, 93 for the Tri-Cities, 92 degrees in Walla Walla. We'll have 70s and 80s up in the mountains. Okay, the trend over the next 7 days is going to be subtly cooler. You see a little bit hotter for Thursday and Friday, up into the mid 90s. I'm not thinking any of us going to touch 100 degrees for Thursday and Friday, but I'm sure there are going to be parts of the basin that'll cut it pretty close. The coolest day is going to be on Sunday, down to 85 in Yakima. That's going to be a few degrees cooler than normal for this time of the year. Still tracking the UV index, which is still a 7 on a scale from 1 to 11. So that means that your skin could burn within 15 to 25 minutes if it is exposed. Make sure it's not exposed by putting on SPF of at least a 30 rating, reapplying at least every couple hours, taking plenty of breaks in the shade, just like we've been telling you to do all summer long. Okay, air quality pretty good for the most part over the next couple of days, except for in the Walla Walla Valley. We'll tell you why that's the case coming up in a few minutes.
Turning over into some national news now. Tuesday was the second day of the Las Vegas murder trial of Duane Keffe D. Davis. He's charged with murder in connection with the killing of Tupac Shakur in 1996. Reed Binion reports.
You ask me something, I'm gonna be honest about. You ask me something I don't want to talk about, you're gonna have a problem.
Fiery testimony from a star witness on day 2 of the murder trial of Duane Keffe D. Davis, charged in the 1996 killing of rapper Tupac Shakur.
Treat me as a hostile witness. You're not going to talk to me and tell me as a grown man what I have to do up here.
On the night of Shakur's fatal shooting, James McDonald ran security at a Las Vegas night spot operated by Death Row Records co-founder Marion Suge Knight. Prosecutors say Shakur's killing was part of an exchange of violence between the Crips and Blood street gangs, revolving around Davis's nephew. McDonald gave candid testimony about violence between the two gangs. He also provided the biggest fireworks so far in the trial, at one point eliciting laughter in the courtroom.
Do you know how many people were on the payroll that night from your security team?
Y'all do paperwork different than we did. Our paperwork was what they call under the table.
Jurors also heard testimony from Reggie Wright Jr., the official head of Death Row Records security at the time of Shakur's killing. Davis previously cited Wright as possibly orchestrating the killing, a claim Wright denies. Jurors also saw autopsy photos Tuesday. One showed the green bag that held Shakur's body. Another showed a bullet fragment removed from his body. Two of Shakur's family members left the courtroom before the most graphic visuals were displayed. I'm Reed Binion reporting.
Prosecutors say Davis did not pull the trigger in the attack, but they allege that he orchestrated a hit on Shakur after Davis's nephew got into a fight with the rapper. Switching gears here, when we come back here after the break, we have your midweek weather check-in with Chief Meteorologist Josh Kobreth looking at some smoky skies in certain areas throughout our region. Find out exactly what you can expect when we return.
If your bath has seen a lot of life, nobody gives it new life like Bath Fitter. Whatever shape your bath is in, Bath Fitter will transform it with an amazing number of styles and watertight walls that are grout-free and easy to clean. With 40 years of experience, Bath Fitter knows what people want. An affordable remodel that isn't just beautiful, it's guaranteed for life. When it's time to give your bath new life, it just fits. Go to bathfitter.com to book your free consultation.
Don't be worried or overwhelmed with moving into a retirement home. Piper Barton is your turnkey resource for premier 55-plus communities. From repairs and packing to prepping, listing, and selling your current home, all managed with white glove care. Piper Barton delivers quality resources and smooth timelines. You can expect discretion, clarity, and results from start to sold. Sit down and have a simple conversation with Piper Barton about next steps today.
Is it lead in this protein powder too?
Is this sunscreen actually water resistant?
Why is peanut butter $2 more than last week?
And there's less.
You shouldn't have to question everything. For 90 years, Consumer Reports has been testing, reviewing, and advocating for you for answers you don't have to question. Consumer Reports. We never stop questioning.
Only a few more weeks are left in the Dust Devils' 25th anniversary season, and we want you to be a part of them.
There are post-game fireworks Friday, August 21st, thanks to Columbia Basin Hearing Center. Saturday, August 22nd, will be the final Rooster Tails game of the year. Faith Night, thanks to Chick-fil-A, and a baseball card giveaway, thanks to Good Shepherd Health Systems. Sunday is Glow Night, presented by Let's Glow Mini Golf. Family Feast Night, thanks to Genuine Homes, and our final Viñedos game.
Come be a part of our best season yet. Tickets at DustDevilsBaseball.com. Dust Devils Baseball, the Tri-Cities tradition for 25 years.
At Denver Mattress, we're working overtime. Working the line 24/7. Stocking shelves, putting the finishing touches on the biggest Labor Day sale of all time. Save up to $500 on our factory direct lineup. Check out the Colorado for only $6 a month. The Buena Vista for only $14 a month. Save up to $1,400 on select Tempur-Pedic Split King sleep systems and score a $300 gift. And save an extra $100 on every $1,000 you spend. Plus free shipping. The Labor Day sale on now at Denver Mattress. Oof, I need a break.
From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Chief Meteorologist Josh Kobreth.
Welcome back to Good Morning Northwest. I'm thinking overall the air quality should be decent for most microclimates over the next couple of days, but that will not be the case in the Blue Foothills, especially of Walla Walla County. So we're going to put this into motion with FutureCast surface smoke. I'm thinking that the main smoke producer is going to be this Paradise Fire right here, and you'll see what happens. So initially all the smoke is going to blow to our east, but then eventually that plume going to drift back into the Walla Walla Valley overnight. as we head into the wee hours of the morning on Thursday. So that's going to be Wednesday night and a Thursday morning. And then for Thursday night and a Friday morning, looks like the cycle is going to be exactly the same. That smoke plume drifting back towards Walla Walla. Now, as always, this could all change if we see additional fires popping up across the map. You can see how to stay safe during stretches of poor air quality by going to AppleValleyNewsNow.com. You can also access that information by downloading our weather app for free in the App Store or on Google Play. There's going to be a real likelihood that we could see additional fires popping up across the map on Saturday, a multifaceted risk. We could see wind-driven fires. We could even see some more lightning fires up in the mountains. So the vegetation dryness for Saturday going to be critically dry, level 4 out of 5 on our scale. And we have the storm system that's way off in the Pacific right now, kind of along the Bering Strait of Alaska. But eventually, this is going to be our problem. It's going to bring us wind gusts and it's going to bring us lightning chances. So for Saturday, across the map, at least for lower elevations, looking at gusts, peak gusts between 25 to 45 miles per hour. So that's not good. And then you factor in some of the lightning chances. Remember, that key threshold is 20%. That's when lightning fires start to become a lot more tangible, especially in critically dry vegetation, especially timber. So we'll see that in the Cascades and the upper Yakima Basin, but I'm definitely much more concerned about the potential for wind-driven fires. Here's how to prevent wildfires. Don't burn yard waste or toss cigarettes or drag trailer chains, park on dry grass, or shoot off fireworks. So here's a 7-day forecast for the Tri-Cities. Perhaps turning a little bit more hazy on Thursday, mostly cloudy Friday, then the dangerous fire weather for Saturday. In Yakima, mid-90s and dry through Friday, then also tracking a dangerous round of winds for this weekend. In Ellensburg, gusts up around 45 miles per hour on Saturday. Can't rule out a rumble of thunder as well. And then for Hermiston, mid-90s and dry through Friday. Then the winds usher in cooler weather by this weekend. Finally, for Walla Walla, smoky nights for the next couple nights at least. Then dangerous fire weather for Saturday.
Well, it looks like we finally got that alert day back on the map. And of course, it's on a Saturday.
It's on Saturday.
It's always...
There are like 7 days in a week. They could, spread the wealth a little bit.
I just think the universe just really likes Saturdays for some reason.
I think so.
All right, well, coming up when we return, an Anthony Bourdain movie soon to hit theaters, but this time it's not your standard biopic. We have that and more in your entertainment headlines coming up next.
In Tri-Cities Real Estate, one group stands above the rest. One group consistently ranks in the top 20% of the region's real estate agents. One group puts a full team of professionals backing your every move to get the best deal at every step. And one group with an award-winning team to give you more insights and help you make more educated decisions. So if you're ready to make your next move with certainty, there's really only one group for you.
Only a few more weeks are left in the Dust Devils' 25th anniversary season, and we want you to be a part of them.
There are post-game fireworks Friday, August 21st, thanks to Columbia Basin Hearing Center. Saturday, August 22nd, will be the final Rooster Tails game of the year. Faith Night, thanks to Chick-fil-A, and a baseball card giveaway, thanks to Good Shepherd Health Systems. Sunday is Glow Night, presented by Let's Glow Mini Golf. Family Feast Night, thanks to Genuine Homes, and our final Viñedos game.
Come be a part of our best season yet. Tickets at DustDevilsBaseball.com. Dust Devils Baseball, the Tri-Cities tradition for 25 years.
Nissan really pushes these cars, huh?
Oh, yeah.
We run help a friend move scenarios?
All the time.
Driveway airball? Wow, solid.
Very.
Hurry in to the Nissan End of Summer Sales Event and see why the Nissan Rogue is #1 in new vehicle quality. Well-qualified buyers get 0% APR on select model trims or get $4,500 customer cash on select Rogue or Frontier trims.
First, you get hit by psoriasis. And now, you get hit again. This time by joint pain. It's a double whammy. It could be psoriatic arthritis, a chronic inflammatory disease that attacks your joints on the inside and your skin on the outside. If you've been hit by, find out more about psoriatic arthritis at doublewhammy.com and talk to your doctor.
For 50 years, Shelby's Floral has been your homegrown neighbor, bringing joy and beauty to every occasion.
We're more than just a flower shop and specialize in beautiful custom arrangements, live plants, silk florals, and home decor. Our experienced designers are here to help you with all your floral needs, ensuring that every bouquet is as special as the moment it celebrates. Visit us today on Clearwater in Kennewick. We're part of your community and can't wait to help you celebrate life's moments. Shelby's Floral.
Welcome back. For foodies and backpackers, this new movie might pique your interest.
Yeah, this movie follows Anthony Bourdain, an American chef and travel documentarian, but this movie about the now famous figure isn't exactly a biopic.
Yeah, it's more of a look at a time and place that set him on his path, and David Daniel has a preview.
Anybody asks, I'm not a writer. I work in a kitchen.
Sorry, what is your name?
Anthony Bourdain.
Dominic Sessa plays the future author, celebrity chef, and travel host trying to find himself over one memorable summer in Tony.
I need a job. You work in a kitchen before?
Sorry.
Yeah.
It's about how he refers to himself as a young man versus how he comes to be known to all of us and how he starts to refer to himself as an adult.
Let me teach you this. This is how you open an oyster. I ate these in France when I was a kid. I said they taste like the future.
It's like, I think those feelings you have when you're in your late teens, early 20s, like I think that's pretty universal for a lot of people.
If they're honest with themselves.
Yeah.
None of that was my...
I don't care, Tony!
Are you a good guy or a bad guy?
Really just trusting in the circumstances that the character was in. And like, I think those circumstances are pretty familiar for me in a lot of ways.
We're gonna start with this special. Every Friday, something fancy but not pretentious, something sexy, makes you want to...
Had I not met Dom, this movie is not getting made by me. That's for sure.
What's this? Balls for you.
In Hollywood, I'm David Daniel.
Okay, so a biopic, but not exactly the traditional biopic. I know we've talked about how sometimes they can be overdone, so it looks like they're trying to make a change with this one.
Yeah, just a little slice of his life. Did
Yeah.
you watch a lot of Travel Channel growing up?
I didn't. Did you?
I did.
Okay,
I did.
so you know a little bit about this.
A little bit.
Tiny bit.
Yeah.
All right. Well, coming up when we return, Kennewick Fire Department's South Ridge location is looking for some new applicants. Plus, a Pasco teacher receives a MESA award. But before we can get into those, here's this morning's Tech Bites.
In today's Tech Bites, Google has found the Spirit. Specifically, the tech giant now has Spirit Airlines data, including internal emails and booking information. The now defunct carrier sold the info for $10 million. Google plans to feed the data into its AI model. ICE agents have been barred from wearing Meta glasses on the job. A memo applying to all ICE staff says the smart glasses could unintentionally record and transmit sensitive information and compromise privacy. Still, the agency is reportedly considering an official version of the technology. And meet the Superman robot. A Chinese company created the humanoid, and while it may not be faster than a speeding bullet, it can move quicker than the fastest human. It has a top speed of better than 28 miles per hour. That's faster than Olympic sprinter Usain Bolt. Those are your Tech Bites. I'm Sophie Flight.
For a limited time, get up to 70% on beautiful new carpet or flooring from Empire Today. Plus, we'll beat any competitor's offer, guaranteed. And our all-inclusive price even includes furniture moving. Empire makes getting beautiful new floors easy with our Home Floor Advantage. And for a limited time, get up to 70% off select styles. Visit EmpireToday.com or give us a call to schedule your free estimate. You know the number.
800-588-2300 Empire.
Today. For years, Debbie always hid her smile. But now, with her new teeth from Affordable Dentures and Implants, she beams with the power of 1,000 suns. Affordable Dentures and Implants. That's what we do.
Oh, what is that musty smell?
Oh, damn.
Damn. Oh, damn.
Hey, language.
Damprid traps excess moisture to eliminate musty smells. Get rid of the damp with Damprid.
This is Apple Valley News Now. Good morning, Northwest. On your side.
Good Wednesday morning, and thank you for joining us for Good Morning Northwest. I'm Zoe Solis, and we've made it to the middle of the week. We're going to check in with Chief Meteorologist Josh Cobreth, see what we're expecting weather-wise going into the other half of this week. Josh?
Yeah, I'm thinking that the air quality should be mostly good for most of us, but in Walla Walla, that's not going to be the case. We'll be smoky over the next couple nights at least. Dangerous fire weather returning by Saturday, and then high temperatures staying steady in the 80s and 90s over these next 7 days. Current air quality, just moderate reductions across the map, just like what we were seeing yesterday morning. The wind gusts, not really a factor. They're not really going to be a factor for today like they were yesterday, especially during the afternoon and evening. And then those current temperatures out there, 50s and 60s for lower elevations, 68 for Walla Walla, 56 for Sunnyside, 66 in Ellensburg, and 69 degrees in the Tri-Cities. Let's take it over to the Yakima Valley, where a little bit later today, we're thinking that we're going to end in the low to mid 90s. So in general for lower elevations, low to mid 90s, although we will be stuck, we're thinking in the upper 80s in the Kittitas Valley. Okay, let's step you through some of the fires that we have burning on the map. We're going to start off with the Paradise Fire. This is the one we saw the biggest update with yesterday. So it's 5,400 acres now, no containment, still very active on the southern flank of the fire. And now we do have some expanded evacuations. We have more level 2 zones in Umatilla County and a couple additional level 1 zones. And so here's the official text from the Umatilla County Sheriff's Office. The level 2B set areas for Tiger Canyon Road in F65, the intake trail for the Mill Creek watershed, north of the Mill Creek River corridor, west of the Paradise Fire boundary. So in that area, got to be packed, got to be ready to leave at a moment's notice. And the more precautionary level 1 evacuations for both sides of the Mill Creek Road from the Washington State line to Tiger Creek Road, Emide Lane, Natona Lane, China Can Lane, and the Webb Creek area. So again, that's where you just have to be vigilant, pay attention to the fire situation. So that's the Paradise Fire. We'll keep it in the blues for the Hagen Fire, which is burning primarily in Umatilla County at this point, but it's now between 57 and 58,000 acres. Containment jumped up by 2 percentage points. Yesterday it was 17%, now it's up to 19%, but we're actually seeing this fire flare up a little bit more now on the southeastern side and the northeastern side as well. And still those expansive evacuations in place for both Umatilla and Union County. As always, you can find these precise evacuation boundaries posted online at AppleValleyNewsNow.com. And Oregon Highway 204 continues to be closed. The entire length of the highway closed from milepost 0 to 39. That is from Weston to Elgin. From the Blues all the way over to the Cascades, the Three Queens Fire. Didn't really see a big update with this one yesterday in terms of acreage, but it's almost up to 3,800 acres, still sitting at 2% contained. And this one's starting to flare up again on the eastern side of the fire, or the northern side of the fire as well. And so we're still seeing those expansive evacuations in between Lake Cochise and Cle Elum Lake. As always, you can find these precise evacuation zones as well posted online at AppleValleyNewsNow.com.
All right, thank you, Josh. Turning over into Kennewick, because the fire department is looking ahead for firefighters that it's going to need to staff the city's future Fire Station 6 in the growing Southridge area. This is as plans move forward. The Kennewick Fire Department expects to hire about a dozen new firefighters to help staff the facility once it opens. Fire Chief Michael Hefner says the department plans to spread those hires over 2 years, bringing on about half in 2028 and the other half in 2029, so crews have time to train before the station begins operating. The department is especially interested in applicants who may also want to pursue paramedic training, with roughly 85% of Kennewick Fire's calls involving some type of emergency medical care or ambulance transport.
Bringing on a dozen firefighters all at once is a big endeavor, so likely going to split that up over a period of 2 years to get them trained up.
Fire officials expect Station 6 to open around late 2029 or early 2030. Tumbleweeds all around the Tri-Cities, but they can also become fuel for a wildfire. Local fire officials are asking lawmakers to change state rules before population growth makes it harder. And right now, Benton County residents can burn wind-blown tumbleweeds on their property without a permit or fee, but only under certain conditions. That exemption applies to counties with fewer than 250,000 people. Benton County is currently just under that threshold, with Kennewick Kennewick Fire Chief Michael Hefner says if the law doesn't change as the Tri-Cities grows, homeowners could eventually have to get a permit and potentially pay a fee to burn any tumbleweeds.
Once that exemption goes away due to our population threshold, then individuals would be required to obtain a permit, likely through the local Clean Air Authority, in order to do so. And that may come at a cost for those wanting to burn tumbleweed.
Washington's statewide burn ban remains in effect through September 30th, meaning residents cannot burn tumbleweeds at this time. Hefner says homeowners should instead check with their waste provider, landscapers, or a local waste facility for disposal options. Turning over into Pasco, where a middle school teacher just received one of the state's most prestigious honors for educators. Sheila Tomlinson is an 8th grade teacher for Ochoa Middle School. She was selected as the Washington Mona Bailey Outstanding MESA Teacher Award recipient for the 2025 to 2026 school year. MESA stands for Mathematics, Engineering, Science Achievement, an award that recognizes educators who inspire students in STEM. Tomlinson says middle school is an important time for kids, and that is the age that when teachers can reach their students the most. And after 21 years, she continues to do so.
I stay because of the impact I see that the kids get. My biggest joy is seeing the kids get an aha moment. The aha is getting them to think differently, getting them to be able to see a problem, but there's not just one way to fix that problem.
Tomlinson says she is looking forward to taking students to more competitions this upcoming school year, featuring projects in coding, physics, science, and more. Still ahead here on on Good Morning Northwest when we return, Apple Valley News helps make a difference for a young child right before the school year starts. And we return back here with Chief Meteorologist Josh Colbreth going over your temperature highs in our region, find out exactly your zone-by-zone forecast when we return.
Let's find out if our contestants are as smart as I am. Are you overconfident?
No, I'm like sweating.
These stars could win big bucks for a good cause.
We are very excited to let these charities down.
Jimmy Kimmel hosts The Any Winning Millionaire tonight on ABC.
Only a few more weeks are left in the Dust Devils' 25th anniversary season, and we want you to be a part of them.
There are post-game fireworks Friday, August 21st, thanks to Columbia Basin Hearing Center. Saturday, August 22nd, will be the final Rooster Tails game of the year. Faith Night, thanks to Chick-fil-A, and a baseball card giveaway thanks to Good Shepherd Health Systems. Sunday is Glow Night presented by Let's Glow Mini Golf. Family Feast Night thanks to Genuine Homes and our final Viñedos game.
Come be a part of our best season yet. Tickets at DustDevilsBaseball.com. Dust Devils Baseball, the Tri-Cities tradition for 25 years.
We are the Dillos. We are from Northern Kentucky. Being out in a rural area, coverage is pretty hit and miss with other carriers. So switching to T-Mobile solved a lot of problems that we had.
I'm able to use T-Satellite now. We've got coverage no matter where we're at.
America's best network meets off-the-grid satellite coverage with T-Satellite. And right now, keep the phone you love, and we'll pay it off up to $800 when you switch.
Better service, better price, win-win.
I'm Saquon Barkley, and I spent all day jumping through hoops. But watching football shouldn't feel like jumping through hoops. That's why I have DirecTV. It brings all my football into one place, so I can easily find and watch it. No jumping, no flipping, or hopping between apps, or channels. It's all my games, no matter where they air. Football's hard, but football with DirecTV, easy.
Stream football without the hurdles on DirecTV.
You get hurt in a car wreck, and all of a sudden, you feel like there's a black cloud hanging over your life. You're in pain, and the insurance company doesn't want to pay. Call me, Attorney Mariano Morales. I have the power of more. Don't take that first offer when I can get you more, much more than they want to pay. And why go to court if you don't have to? And when they find out the heavy hitters on your side, well, you know, blue skies. Injured? Call me, Attorney Mariano Morales, because helping you is what I do.
Call 853-2222.
The secret to success is always something like,
hang in there.
Embrace the hustle. No pain, no game. But at Denver Mattress, we believe the best way to get ahead is to start ahead with a great night's sleep on a Purple mattress. Soft and firm in all the right places, the GelFlex Grid keeps you cool all night long.
And right now, save up to $1,600 on select Purple mattresses.
Or check out the Consumer Reports recommended Doctor's Choice Plush. Denver Mattress, the easiest way to find your perfect purple.
Let's find out if our contestants are as smart as I am. Are you overconfident?
No, I'm like sweating.
These stars could win big bucks for a good cause.
We are very excited to let these charities down.
Jimmy Kimmel hosts The Any Winning Millionaire tonight on ABC.
From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Chief Meteorologist Josh Colberth.
Welcome back to Good Morning Northwest. High temperatures staying in the 80s and 90s over the next 7 days, but I'll tell you what, tomorrow could maybe sort of kind of round up to 100 degrees. It's going to be close for some parts of the basin, but in general, 80s and 90s over these next 7 days. It's going to be in the mid 80s by lunchtime today in the Tri-Cities, low to mid 90s for the warmest part of the day. We'll take you on that zone by zone tour of this Wednesday forecast. We start off up in the Cascades where we'll be in the 70s and 80s, and then for the Kittitas Valley, mid to upper 80s, 89 degrees in Ellensburg. And then for the Yakima Valley, a bunch of 92s and 93s, 93 for Yakima, 92 degrees for Toppenish. Then for the lower Columbia Basin, low to mid 90s as well. 91 for Mesa, 93 for the Tri-Cities, a bunch of 93s down towards Boardman, Umatilla, and Hermiston. And then for the Blue Foothills, same thing, low to mid 90s. A couple 91s for Lexington and Heppner, 92 for Walla Walla. Finally, for the Blue Mountains, we'll see 70s, 80s, and 90s, just kind of depending on your precise elevation. Okay, high temperatures, like I said, trending a little bit warmer into the next couple days. So I'm going with a couple 97s for the Tri-Cities for Thursday and Friday. A good deal cooler from Friday to Sunday by about 10 degrees, and then they'll rebound a little bit into Monday and Tuesday. But in general, if you average all this out, pretty normal stuff for this time of the year. Okay, very quickly, this is what I wanted to show. The smoke picking up in the Walla Walla Valley over the next couple nights. I'll tell you why that's the case coming up in a few minutes.
6-year-old Jorge is getting a new bike right before the school year. And as part of the Apple Valley News Now Young Hearts program, our Caleb Stipkovitz got a chance to meet him. So check it out.
He's just a sweet boy. He's like really kind. He's sweet. He's like my second born, and yeah, I think he's one of the best.
Hey everyone, we're here at the Hapo Community Credit Union headquarters here in Richland, and I am here with a very special guest. Jorge, how are you doing today?
Good.
And do you know why we're here today?
Yeah.
What are you getting? What are you getting today?
A bike.
A bike, that's right, that's right.
Well, he has a bike, but since we lived in an apartment and it was a small apartment, we had to put it away in storage. So it's like kind of old, dusty, and it didn't really even work. But yeah, I'm glad he got a bike because he's been asking for a bike since we got a new place now.
Ready? We'll try it again.
Well, I just want to say, Hapo, thank you so much, and thank you to everybody that contributed for this. I'm really excited and happy and grateful for the bike for my son.
Got a little gift for you. I'm gonna set it on the ground because it's a little heavy, but do you want to come look at it? We have like a big Nerf ball, lots of snacks, family games, because bringing the family together we also think is super important. So to us, this is so much more than just giving away a bike. It's about creating those special moments for children that we hope they talk about for the rest of their life.
What's your plan with your bike?
I'm riding it outside.
Is there anyone you want to ride your bike with?
I don't know yet.
Jorge says he's excited to spend the rest of his summer biking and at the pool. Caleb Stipkovitz, Apple Valley News Now.
Thank you for
Businesses interested in sponsoring a bike through the Young Hearts program can contact the Apple Valley News Now team for some more details. Still ahead here on Good Morning Northwest. When we return, we've got everything you need to know in your morning sprint before heading out the door for this Wednesday, as well as your full weather forecast, looking at some smoky skies in certain parts of the area. Find out exactly where to expect that when we return.
Protect your dreams under our roof.
How about the name Indigo?
I like Sapphire.
Sapphire.
And based on how you drive, you could get a rate as personal
What about Big Blue?
as the car you love. Get a quote at amfam.com.
Now, what are we gonna name the baby?
This summer, turn moments into lifelong memories with Broadmoor RV. Feel the thrill of adventure and the warmth of togetherness. Explore the great outdoors with the comfort of home and let every adventure become a story worth sharing. Broadmoor RV, we make camping fun.
JCPenney has back-to-school deals on Price Lock. $6 leggings, $8 character t-shirts, and iZod polos. $14 denim. I stocked up myself, not gonna lie. Families deserve deals. Yes, JCPenney.
Craving something better than ordinary? Welcome to Angel's Family Restaurant, just off Road 68 in Pasco. We're serving up fresh, chef-inspired favorites every day. From breakfast classics all day long to hearty American comfort food the whole family will love. And for dinner, don't miss our fresh-cut 12-ounce steaks, grilled just the way you like them. Angel's Family Restaurant. Whenever hunger calls, come hungry and leave happy.
Finding the right pediatrician starts with asking friends and family for recommendations. Then check their credentials, office location, and hours. Schedule in-person meetings with your top choices to discuss your family's healthcare needs.
Sponsored locally by Prosser Memorial Health. This is how we care.
It's the final days of the Ford Summer Sales Event.
Off they go, spreading capability across America.
Great deals, great trucks.
Great time to buy. And J.D. Power says Ford is now #1 in new vehicle quality.
All the hauling and towing they'll do. Wish I could go with them.
Sure looks like fun.
But the deals end soon. Better hurry.
Get 0% APR for 36 months and $1,000 toward your down payment on select Ford vehicles, plus $500 final days bonus cash.
Protect your dreams under our roof.
How about the name Indigo?
I like Sapphire.
Sapphire.
And based on how you drive, you could get a rate as personal
What about Big Blue?
as the car you love. Get a quote at amfam.com.
Now, what are we gonna name the baby?
Austin Reed, only one station. Apple Valley News Now.
On your side.
From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Chief Meteorologist Josh Colbreth.
Welcome back to Good Morning Northwest. Air quality for most microclimates going to be mostly good over the next couple of days, but that is not going to be the case in the Blue Foothills, especially of Walla Walla County. So we'll put this into motion with Futurecast surface smoke. A little bit later today, you see initially the plume of smoke from the Paradise Fire blowing to our east, but overnight that's going to start to drift back towards the west, putting some pretty lousy air quality right into places like Walla Walla and College Place. That's going to be the cycle for Wednesday and then Thursday and Friday. Pretty much exactly the same thing. Thursday afternoon, the fire flaring up, the smoke plume drifting east, and then eventually back towards the west, towards the Blue Foothills of Walla Walla County, a little bit of Umatilla County as well. So here's what to do during stretches of poor air quality. Stay indoors if you can help it. Wear protective masks like the N95 or the KN95. Use clean air filters. Watch for symptoms of smoke inhalation. And as always, you can find this list posted online at applevalleynewsnow.com. Okay, and that map, the smoke map, always subject to change if we see additional fires sparking up. That's looking pretty likely on Saturday, a multifaceted kind of threat with wildfire concern. So the vegetation going to be critically dry, level 4 out of 5 across the map. Then you factor in, well, this storm system that's way off to the south of Alaska for now. It's going to take a little while, but eventually it will be our problem this weekend. And there's going to be a couple different problems. Number one, it's going to be quite gusty out there. Lower elevation, seeing peak gusts anywhere between 25 to 45 miles per hour. The strongest microclimates being the Morrow County foothills and the Kittitas Valley. And then those lightning chances hitting that key 20% threshold in the Cascades of the upper Yakima Basin. So we could see wind-driven fires. We could see some lightning fires up in the mountains as well. To sign up for emergency alerts in Oregon, oralert.gov. For Washington counties, mil.wa.gov/alerts, #local. Okay, here's the 7-day forecast for the Tri-Cities. Perhaps turning a little bit more hazy on Thursday, mostly cloudy Friday, then the dangerous fire weather for Saturday. In Yakima, mid-90s and dry through Friday, then also tracking a dangerous round of winds for this weekend. In Ellensburg, gusts up around 45 miles per hour on Saturday. Can't rule out a rumble of thunder as well. And then for Hermiston, mid-90s and dry through Friday. Then the winds usher in cooler weather by this weekend. Finally, for Walla Walla, smoky nights for the next couple nights at least, then dangerous fire weather on Saturday.
Now, the morning sprint.
Richland police took a man into custody. This is after they say he threw a cart that struck a patient at Cadlick Medical Center. This was yesterday morning. The police surrounded the man's home near Concord Street and Wright Avenue. This was after the deployment of K-9 and SWAT personnel. Police say he did walk out voluntarily and that they arrested him without further incident. A preliminary hearing was held for a Washington female high school wrestler who is suing the WIAA for allegedly failing to protect her from being sexually assaulted during a match. Her legal team asks that Keeler be moved to a new school, as well as being given the right to have prior notice before a wrestling match that a transgender student is participating in. Represented by the Alliance Defending Freedom, they allege that no one informed Keeler she would be wrestling a biological male and that district officials failed to take appropriate action after providing video proof. Benton County election officials finalized the ballot for November. Voters will see new measures, including a school district replacement levy for the Kiona-Benton School District, and proposed changes to Benton City's government as well. You can find the official primary race results on our website. The Kennewick Fire Department is looking ahead for firefighters that it will need to staff the city's future Fire Station 6 in the growing Southridge area. The Kennewick Fire Department expects to hire about a dozen new firefighters to help staff the facility once it opens. The department plans to spread those hires over 2 years so that crews have time to train before the station begins operating. Local fire officials are asking lawmakers to change state rules about tumbleweeds before population growth makes it harder. Right now, Benton County residents can burn windblown tumbleweeds on their property without a permit or fee, but under certain conditions. If the law doesn't change, as the Tri-Cities continues to grow, homeowners could eventually have to get a permit and potentially pay a fee to burn tumbleweeds. Nationally this morning, Gilbert, Arizona is preparing for potentially significant cuts to its Colorado River water supply. Meanwhile, a farm owner is looking ahead to what those changes could eventually mean for his water bill. He says the property uses more than 700,000 gallons of water per year for horses and to maintain its riding operation. The town gets about just over 40% of its water from the Colorado River. The town anticipates losing about 20% of that if the lower basin proposal is adopted for the 2027 and 2028 years. Tuesday, President Donald Trump placed a pause on the 50% tariff he threatened to put on Canadian goods. Roughly $20 billion worth of imports were set to be subject to the tariff beginning Wednesday. The president said the tariffs have been postponed for 3 days, citing a new trade deal between the U.S. and Canada. Canadian Prime Minister Mark Carney says progress was made, although he stressed more work needs to be done. Into your business news this morning, Costco says it intends to start selling Medicare Advantage plans at select locations. The chain is partnering with a nonprofit called Scan Group for the initiative. Costco says it's seeking regulatory approval for several products. They could involve prescriptions, MedFlex, vision care, audiology, and more. Costco and Scan say they want to offer members value and accessibility in the healthcare sector. OpenAI is implementing stronger security safeguards around its training and testing. This change follows the company's revelation last month that its AI agents hacked into another company. The attack was so severe that 1,300 AI staffers at top tech companies called for tools to slow the pace of AI development. In your health headlines this morning, more Americans are going online for answers about their health to places like TikTok and chatbots. A new study finds more than 1 in 5 social media users say they've made a health decision based on something they saw online. A senior author of the study says one problem is that online content can look convincing without being accurate, and a chatbot may miss warning signs that a medical professional would recognize. There's a nationwide recall for some batches of Outshine frozen fruit bars due to possible glass contamination. Dreyer's Ice Cream announced that the voluntary recall of several flavors, the 6-count boxes of black cherry, grape, strawberry, tangerine, and watermelon bars, are subject to the recall. If you have questions or can email Dreyer's for more information. In your sports headlines this morning, one person was arrested during a Kansas City Finance Committee meeting on Tuesday. City officials met with residents to discuss public financing for the Kansas City Royals' new stadium. The man handcuffed during the event is a Royal Stadium employee and was reportedly upset that speakers were getting more than 2 minutes to speak. The council will vote on the funding deal, which includes the city paying $600 million toward the $3 billion project. Bill Robinson has died at 93 from complications of Parkinson's disease. Along with his son Scott, he was the visionary behind ESPN, launching the network in 1979. Rasmussen was inducted into the Sports Broadcasting Hall of Fame in 2025. Born in Chicago, he served in the United States Air Force before launching his media career.
Well, Zoe, would you buy a pink house?
I would.
Because that's what one homeowner in Milwaukee is hoping a prospective buyer will dig.
And that's right, the outside is painted light pink, and the 4-bedroom, 2-bath house is adorned in pink from the walls to the kitchen appliances. Even the furniture and bedrooms are pink.
The seller bought the house for $280,000 in 2024, and now the house is going for $469,000. Oh, man.
Yeah, and the real estate agent says she expects the right person will come along and buy the house, and perhaps that person will be dressed in pink. Well, I mean, I would buy a pink house. I don't know about that much pink, but that's awesome because it's Wednesday. So I love that. On Wednesdays, we wear pink, by the way, if you haven't.
Everyone got the memo today.
If you haven't noticed yet.
Yeah. All right, well, switching gears here, at the Iowa State Fair, they're looking for the best facial hair.
And several men competed in Tuesday's beard growing contest. Wow, look at that. The competition judged participants on the longest, best groomed, most unique, and best beard with costume.
Lamaro Martinez from West Des Moines won first place in the longest beard division. He also took third place for best groomed beard. And if they had a competition for the patchiest beard, I would win.
For no beard, basically.
Yeah.
All right, well, up next on Good Morning Northwest at 6, a patient at Cadleck Medical Center assaulted and struck by a cart. How the situation and arrest unfolded. Plus, a student is now suing the WIAA over allegations of sexual assault, what her lawsuit is claiming. And going into this Wednesday, what are we expecting, Josh?
Yeah, we are expecting some nice conditions overall. Air quality is going to be a little bit suspect for tonight in the Walla Walla Valley. We'll talk about that. Also, fire concerns for this weekend. So all that coming up on Good Morning Northwest at 6.